Hey guys, welcome to another video. I just want to say straight out before we get started on this video is that I'm so thankful for each and one of you who subscribe to the channel, keep on commenting on my stuff, and just like it up. I'm so thankful for the thousand subscribers that I have, and I think my next goal is going to be 2,000 followers or subscribers by the end of the year. And I want to give all the glory to God because there's been plenty of times where I've prayed in my life that I would actually get to being 1,000 subscribers, and there wasn't no motivation around me. I'll be quite honest. That will was from inside of me, and the Spirit inside of me, and the Lord telling me to be consistent, keep on trying. There's going to be days where people are going to bash you. There's going to be days where people aren't going to motivate you, and it's just going to feel pure emptiness. But it's your responsibility. If you truly want this, you have to go for it and try to make as much effort as you can within that day without pressurizing yourself too much, because you will explode and it will get to your head. But if you remain consistent and patient, things will work out in His glory. Today's video, we're going to be talking about a couple of fragrances here that didn't make it past the sampling portion, but I did really enjoy these, rather if it was too expensive for me, too generic, or didn't receive compliments. You know how the gist is as far as niche scents go. So I have my index cards here as testers, and I have 6 fragrances here that I found absolutely astonishing and I really enjoyed a lot. So I'm just opening the note breakdown for these right now. Oh, perfect. The first one we're going to be talking about today is Love Triumphs Over War by Argos. I got a 3ml of this on scentbee.com, and they're pretty pricey, but that was the only website that was sampling Argos when I first got this. And this was probably like 5 months ago, 6 months ago. But I really love this stuff. So what you have to understand about this fragrance is that it's very fruity. And what stands out to me here the most... Ooh, not on the camera, bro. You get this very juicy raspberry and blackcurrant. Then there's something here that softens it. And I'm not sure if it's the rose petals, the tuberose, ylang ylang. There's something here that just makes everything so soft and comforting. This reminds me of fruity fabric softener. This is nice, but it's very fruity. Some people might say it leans feminine, but I don't think so. I generally like slightly leaning feminine fragrances because that's where the compliments get from. And I always say that on all my fragrance videos because it's true. This is really good. Longevity on this is pretty awesome. I'd wear this. It's very potent, so I'd probably wear it during the springtime and even during the wintertime because, again, this has this fabric softener vibe that when other people are going to smell you, they're just going to think you smell like clean laundry. When in actuality, you're wearing Triumph Loves Over War. Love Triumphs Over War. And I love this stuff so much. It's just, I couldn't jeopardize buying myself a full bottle at $250 for 30 ml. Nah, I'm good. Especially at $300 for 100 ml. No. I already have many already, and that's why it was a hard pass for me. Next on my list, it's gonna be, believe it or not, my throat's going crazy, Adonis Awakens by Argos 2. Now, if you don't know this fragrance, you get grapefruit, bergamot, pink pepper, raspberry, Bulgarian rose, vanilla, jasmine, sambac, chestnut, rose, cashmere wood, and Mysore sandalwood. Now, people might say that this smells very similar to Triumph Loves Over War, but or whatever it was. But it doesn't. This kind of leans more, instead of fruity, this kind of reminds me of rose dryer sheets. And that's why I love this one so much, because it gives me that vibe. The rose here, it's very soft, very unisex leaning. This is so nice. I would honestly just give me one winter night with this, Bro, the compliments are going to go crazy. And I actually put mine in a... Oh, that's this cap. What am I talking about? In a little dabber. Once Awakens. This is a 1 ml, I think. Yeah, I think it's a 1 ml. And I put it in a dabber for a specific reason. Because I do not like the little dabber glasses with the little dabber thing on top that are plastic. No, I'd rather just have the roll it on my skin, go like this, and just call it a day. Because this stuff is very, very strong. So good. I think it's... I'm not sure if it's the vanilla here that's going with the rose and the raspberry. Making this very soft. I love it. I just do. But again, when it comes to these fragrances, they're expensive. The Argos lineup is probably one of the most expensive lineups that I've ever seen, besides the Louis Vuitton lineup. Especially for what you get. But the quality is definitely here, and projection is not shy. This leans unisex due to that dryer sheet vibe. But yeah, this is so good, bro. So if you want dryer sheet vibes with rose, definitely check out Adonis Awakens by Argos. Next on my list is gonna be Beekman Place by Bond Number 9. Now, the main reason why I didn't get a full bottle of this, but I did really enjoy it, is because this really smells familiar to something called YSL Invictus Aqua. And it does. It really does. It really does. So you get... Let me just revisit this again. So you get the pear note that's very prominent here with the pineapple. So it makes it sweet and fresh. Some people, this is like taking the DNA of Invictus and literally just rebranding it Bond Number 9. Now, do I know if they're using natural ingredients? I don't know. Maybe they are. I really don't know. But you get the pear, you get the pineapple, the blackcurrant, you get the woodsy notes. The watery notes stand out here a lot. Because it's kind of giving it this Invictus DNA is the watery notes for sure, and the driftwood. The basil here is kind of a little bit prominent, kind of like in Creed's Royal Water. Kind of gives you that vibe too. But I don't know. I think this might be having some type of synthetic notes in it. Not my personal taste. At that point, I would just get Invictus or Versace Hawass. If you're just looking for that DNA, because this is just a overpriced version of Invictus. That's all it is. And that's why I passed on it. Smells really good. But again, if you're trying to separate yourself from other people, then this probably is not going to be for you. If you are curious about it, I'll tell you straight up. All year round, projects very well, stays on your skin, and yeah, give it a shot. Let me know. Unisex for sure, but mostly leans male for sure. Next on my list is going to be a sweet fragrance. This is by the house of Clive Christian, and I got this sample from Decant X, and this is Cosmos Flower by Clive Christian. Now, Cosmos Flower reminded me a lot of fragrances like Side Effect, Jump Up and Kiss Me, and Triumph of Bacchus by Argos. And this will definitely give you that. So let's explain the note breakdown. Mandarin orange, rum, apple, pink pepper, middle notes plum, ylang, osmanthus, jasmine, violet, cosmos flower, obviously, cacao pod, caramel, benzoin, amber, and leather. I got this decant for like $20. As you guys know, Clive Christian fragrances are really pricey for what you get. But for me, I didn't care. I wanted to sample the house, so I got it. So the rum and apple here are very prominent. It's like grabbing Parfums de Marly Greenly, making it sweet, like date night sweet, and throwing rum in it. This is actually really nice. I like this. But the problem is again, Clive Christian prices are crazy, but if there are better dupes out there, why not just grab the dupe? You know what I mean? But this is nice. But you have to like those DNAs, like I'm saying, Triumph of Bacchus you have to like the DNA of Benicio Side Effect, and you have to like the DNA of Jump Up and Kiss Me by Clyde Christian. Now, this for me leans into the feminine ever so slightly, just a little touch, like 55% feminine, 50% masculine. And you have to love rum and apple. If you do not like rum and apple, I would stay away from this. If you do not like sweet fragrances, I'm talking about just a hint sweet, you know. Just a little bit, just 1 teaspoon of sugar on top, you know. That's what this comes off to me. Now, it's not fresh. Again, date night fragrance. Bomb. If you feel daring, definitely go check it out. Pricey. I think it's like $500 for 1 ounce, but yeah, if you got Drake money, why does it matter? Next fragrance on my list. This is going to be second to last. I passed on this fragrance because of the fact that I have so many samples of this. I have a 5 ml, and somebody sent me a 2 ml, I think, of this fragrance, and it's called Paragon by Initio. This is, I believe, one of the most favorited church fragrances. Why do I say this? Because you have plum here, you got Palo Santo here, you have sandalwood, oud, you know, and when I think of church, I think of this fragrance. There's many clones out there like Vintage Radio, Dua fragrances, dupe this. Oh, this is aged really, really well. This has gone very, very mature. And I say that because when I sprayed it on my piece of paper over here, it's turned yellow. And that's how you know that a fragrance is really has matured. Now, what do I get here mostly is the freshness from the sage and the lavender and the plum. And as soon as everything starts developing really nicely, you get the Palo Santo, you get the black pepper. I believe this is like grabbing Carolina Herrera's Bad Boy and just really just making it fresh versus the OG Bad Boy being chocolatey. And just making it fresh. This would be like the feminine style of Bad Boy. I think so. I really, really think so. This is nice. It's fresh. It's going to get you compliments. I think I've gotten a couple compliments on this at church day or something like that. But this is really, really good. I just never bought a bottle because you have dupes of this out there still. Like I was saying, Vintage Radio. You can go and do fragrances, Alexandria fragrances. There really is no excuse as far as finding dupes for this. But if I do find this fragrance for a pretty decent price, it's something you shouldn't pass on for sure. It's something you shouldn't sleep on. I would keep this for springtime, winter time. Some people might say summertime for this. Let me just double check. They're saying for the summertime. Yeah, I would feel during the summertime. It just depends if it's high heat or not. But I can tell you right now, this as a church fragrance would make people fall in love with you. And if you're a lover of plum, definitely consider this too. Last but not least, this is a fragrance that not only has nobody talked about, but I've gotten a compliment of this at work. And this is called Amoral by Biennoret. Yeah, something like that. Let's go with that. So what you get with this is plum, cardamom, cumin, smoke, black tea, cinnamon, lime. Middle notes, agar wood, cypress, iris, violet. Then base notes you have tonka, amber, sandalwood, and orange blossom. This is my decant of it. I don't have much of it left, I think. I have a pretty decent amount. I think this is probably have like a 1 ml left on this. And I got this from Scent Savvy, savvyscents.com or something like that. Scent Savvy Scents. And I paid a pretty penny for this because it's something that's not made here. It's something that's made out of the U.S. And when you think of awesome fragrances that are smoky, I think about this fragrance. So good. So I'm not sure why I love this fragrance so much and why I put it last, but this is really, really good. You got the plum here, kind of similar to Paragon by Nisio. But the black tea here with the smoke kind of makes it very confusing, but very pleasing to smell. This is going to be a wintertime fragrance for the boys. But women, if you like smoky scents, maybe you're on the witchier side, darker side of things, then this is probably going to be for you too. So I get the plum, the cardamom, the cumin, the smoke, the black tea, and the cinnamon. The lime, maybe a hint. It's not a lot here. But this is just your very dark, definitely alluring aphrodisiac type of fragrance. But you must like the weird scent of black tea and smoke. This would be a fragrance that I would imagine the mythical Grim Reaper smelling like. Yeah, he would smell just like this. Because it's smoky, it's slightly fresh. Yeah, this is so good. You can get samples of this for like $20 for a 2 ml. Let me finish concluding on this one first. So, definitely in the unisex, I would say this leans wintertime signature scent for sure. This, I've gotten a compliment saying that smells similar to the Burberry that my coworker has. And he said that I smell pretty good. And I was like, oh, which Burberry? And I think he said the original Burberry. But anyhow, yeah, I like this. Is it full bottle worthy for me? I was in middle of between Pied Noel, Amoral, and Blackmail by Kerosene. I ended up going with Blackmail because Blackmail versus this one is that Blackmail has this smoky raspberry versus this being smoky plum and black tea. Now, this lingers in the air and dances very, very well, so it's not going to come off your skin. And I think that's really it. Those are the ones that I really, really enjoyed a lot. I got plenty of more. You guys will probably see a part 2 at some point in my YouTube journey. But these were a couple of the fragrances that I absolutely loved, but couldn't justify the full bottle purchase because of said reasons. I'm going to close off with this video with saying this. I hope I can get on a live stream Saturday in the morning. I'm probably going to start doing a live stream Saturday at 10 to celebrate 1,000 subscribers because I'm just so glad and so excited. And yeah, I got no words to say because when you live in a world that is constantly pushing you down and so locked in their own ways of clocking into work, coming back home, and doing the same repetition again and again. There's no hope in them. And they spread that non-hope towards other people, including me, people that are motivated, people who are creative, people who are energetic. And I want to say today that don't let that stop. Keep being creative. Try to find ways in your life where you can live that creativity in everything that you do, whether if it's drawing, painting, making videos. Maybe you want to be a graphic designer, you know. Don't let the creativity go to sleep forever. Practice it, meditate on it constantly, and keep that creative mind energized and seek hope in areas where there is not hope. Because at the end of the day, you only have you and yourself and God, of course. That's going to be it for today's videos. Drop a comment below of what you think about these fragrances. Check out my shorts. And if you guys are new here, my name is Juan. I'm the Walmart Type Bar. We have ultra niche fragrances, biblical motivational content, car content, and just love and peace here. I love you guys so much. You already know. God loves you too. Thanks, guys. Road to 2K. Peace out.